Broadcasting from Miami, Florida.
Check this out.
Let's go. Welcome to 25-8 The Culture. Yeah. On who's hot and who's not. Everything hip-hop. Turn it on, turn it up, get it loud. Here we go. You're now vibing with 25-8 The Culture.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Pablo McAbee from 25-8 The Culture with your host, D-Wise from the Big Fellas. What it do?
Yo, what's up? You already know it's your boy D-Wise. We got a guest. He's coming back to the stage. In honor of him coming back, I've only got to met Patty. Nom, 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 nom. Because it's got to be Jamaican flavor and bobbing in this bitch. Feel me? Let's get through it.
Yo, I did not know he was gonna do that. Yo, you Yankees are a fool. Yo, we ain't even but yo, my favorite patty is actually Mother's patties. You feel me? That's my favorite. I know there's patty and all that, but my favorite is Mother, especially a curry.
The delicious patty.
Especially a curry goat patty. Oh man, that's crack cocaine.
What about the vegetarian patty?
Oh yo, a veggie patty. Oh man. All right, hold on. Let me introduce my other guest in the building. The legendary Big Money Boy Lance, man. What it do?
Oh man, y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. And anything veggie is a no-go. So don't go spreading that rumor. And as usual, fellas, drink in one hand, smoke in the other. Let's go.
A big showdown.
Welcome back, Jah Single, man. Yo, what's up, man? It's a follow-up interview. What it do?
Yeah, man. Enough respect. This is Jah Single. Yeah, man. I mean, name Jah Single. No low start, no mix up or mingle. No love smile, so you never see no dimple. Balled you, body killer, them dread your friend. Yeah, man. All the time.
Yeah, respect.
Hard move.
Yo, man, so, I had the pleasure of working with you on your music video the other day. Thanks for the cameo. Really appreciate that. This is your latest song that you're working on, Mow Down. Yo, let's get into that.
Yeah, man, Mow Down. Mow Down is just, first of all, just being an artist, right? We are the reporters, right? And we are the poets. Right, so I was just writing about what I'm seeing, and all the things that was going on, and also just to uplift us as Black people, and not even only Black people, but people on the whole. You see what I'm saying? Because we've been down for too long, and we've been hearing a lot of our prophet come forward. So this is just a song to just keep us awake and awoken our us and just to do positive things.
From being in the video, I love the positive, verses that you have in there. Like corruption reaches a new altitude. Coronavirus, can't stop off the youth. Like, so it's just like, every lyric in there has, a deep meaning, and it was very profound for the times that we're definitely living in. And
yeah, man.
One thing I love about reggae music, or what do they call it now?
Trap dance off.
I mean, like the uplifting message that reggae music.
Oh yeah, man, reggae, roots reggae.
Yeah, like roots reggae.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you have a good vibe and a good rhythm, but also at the same time you have a good positive message. I remember for at one point of time I stopped listening to rap music for a minute. I was like on Protege and Chronics and a lot of them artists, and they were actually one of the reasons why I grew out my dreads several times and stuff.
Right.
It's just like, the message that reggae music brings is just so powerful. It's kind of almost like a worldwide music that everybody kind of listens to, because you may see somebody else around the world that may not listen to rap, or they may not listen to jazz. But I feel like when you come across anybody, they listen to reggae, or at least they know who Bob Marley is, and like at least once.
Yeah, man.
But I may go somewhere around the world and they may not know who Cardi B is, you know? And
Yeah.
that's just a fact. And I feel like, you know, reggae music, everybody knows reggae. You know?
Yeah, man. And that's the thing, you know, because reggae music is rebel music, right? And reggae music is taking, you know what I mean, taking place in real time with real feelings, right? And real struggles that people are going through. So basically, when you take a person's struggles, the times, you know what I mean, and you can actually reach people because people are actually seeing it, are hearing it, right? Seeing the actions play out around them, and then they're hearing it in a song so they could relate. You see what I'm saying? So that's what reggae music is, you know what I mean? Reggae music is real feeling, real time, real feeling, you know what I mean? Things happening in real time through audio, basically, right? Our life events happening in real, in audio, audio format, isn't it? So, yeah, man, that's reggae music, man. Reggae music is rebel music. So I'm saying, and we say what people are thinking but don't want to say, or don't have the power to say, isn't it? Yeah, man. So that's reggae music.
One thing I can say I do like about reggae music, you know, they fire bun stuff and
yeah, man.
accept it, you know? And, you know, if like another person would have said fire bun, but in rap or another genre of music, it's very offensive. But they can say fire bun, you know, the Vatican, and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
It's pretty, like, you know, pretty, you know, crazy. I know other people, you know, take very offense to that. You know, also
So the non-Jamaican people, though, you really got to break down what fire bun means. Or the people that don't show Jamaica, you saying that, and I know people like, oh, okay, yeah, like, you know, break down.
Yeah, man. So fire bun is like, basically you're not in alignment with certain rules and laws and, you know what I mean, what they bring to the table, right? Like persecution of people, you know what I mean, are don't treading on human rights. Just the rights to live. So I'm saying the right to worship, you know what I mean? Or you see best, you know what I mean? So that's when they say fire burn, that it's going against what, you know what I mean, Babylon, quote unquote, would consider being, you know what I mean, being the what you say no,
persecutor or the oppressor, you know?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know, some like a Babylonian system. Like, I don't know if you ever heard me DY. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, I'm there at Babylon. Like, I'm on the work right now. So
yeah, man.
It's just like, fire burn. Like, you want to burn down this whole Babylonian system, which is biblical type of term. You know? So it's just like Xing out something. So he's like, yo, I'm Xing out that. So it's like fire burn, like burn it down. You know?
Yeah.
So for all my Yankees out there, no disrespect, that's what fire burn.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what fire burn means, man. Going against what they think, what they say is the norm. Yeah, man. So right now, like, I have a new single out from the EP called Mow Down, which is doing really good right now. You know what I mean? Well on streaming, it's on radio right now. You know what I mean? So that's a single that we are promoting from the EP right now. You know what I mean? I also want to break down some verses. You know what I mean? Like when I said, like, the East is just the East. The West will never be a friend. Right? So like the East would be the Africa, right? And the Western world would be Europe, America, and all these places. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying there is saying that, yo, no matter what, you will never be equal or considered as equal, right? So that's why I said the East is just the East, the West will never be a friend. They say it should be peaceful, but I hope you comprehend. They came and steal our goals, our resources, and our gem. And all we get in return for that is slavery in the end. So they come and take all of these precious jewelry and, you know what I mean, all of our resources, you know what I mean, and all we get in reward is slavery. You see me? So we just highlighting certain aspects of, you know what I mean, a particular timeline, you know what I mean, as us as Black people or us as Africans. You see me? Yeah, man.
All right. So when you talk about your record Mow Down and you talk about how it's supposed to motivate us and keep us in tune with what we're supposed to be aligned with.
Yeah, man.
What makes you want to be that voice to give us that message? What inspires you to give us that sound?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, me sitting back, especially like last year, which is 2019. Sorry. Edit that out. Yeah, man. So when I sit back and you know what I mean, and take a look, as you know, COVID is going on. It give me a deeper, you know what I mean, a deeper understanding is what COVID did, you know. COVID let us slow down, right? So I get a deeper understanding of what is important, right? We growing up, our parents, you know what I mean, our parents send us to school and say, hey, work hard. But they didn't teach us the value of money. They didn't teach us the value of credit. They didn't teach us the essential things that we don't really learn in school. Our school don't teach us. Our college don't teach us, right? So we are pushed into the world with no education of money or finance, right? So as I said, 2020 and COVID, you know what I mean, maybe take a step back and look at what is really important. As in the song in MOWDOWN, I said, yeah, man, black. I said, yeah, man, Black Wall Street is a celebration, right? Let's come together and make the link strong. So united we stand, you know what I mean, and we can build an empire, you know what I mean? Stop buy goals and start to buy land. So stop buying, you know what I mean, all these jewelry and all of them things that is nice. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't be our focus. The focus should be on land. You know what I mean? Assets that we could pass down to our generation, you know what I mean? So stop buy gold and start to buy land. Your history surrounding kings and icons. So back in our past, you know what I mean? Our foreparents are, you know what I mean, our great, you know what I mean, ancestors were kings, you know what I mean, and queens. You know what I mean? So these are the things that I want you to highlight in this song. You know what I mean? And now I think that's the reason why it's resonating with people right now. Also, yeah, man.
So when you were talking about how we didn't learn about money and credit and like that in our school system, do you feel the school should teach that?
Yeah, I think. First of all, yeah, I think because at the end of the day, you know, it's teaching sustainability, right? It's just like with anything. If you don't have a sustainable ecosystem or understanding of a sustainable ecosystem, at one point that ecosystem is going to break down because you don't understand like the simple principle. Everything is a principle, right? The value of money is a principle. Jaja. Sorry. Yeah, man. So everything is a principle. The value of money is a principle, right? So yeah, I think that is you know what I mean, vital for every student or every child to learn. Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to interject on that. So, you know, I do believe that it's very important for us to be educated about pretty much nation building. You know?
Yeah.
With nation building requires learning about weapons, learning how to defend yourself, learning about credit, learning about money, you know, learning about your homestead and how to provide these things. You know, is the school system should the school system be focused on that? It might depend on what country you live in. You feel me? Like if it's the United States is probably not gonna, you know, focus on their population to be focused on being independent. They're gonna, you know, teach them how to do a job at McDonald's, do a job as a garbage man, do a job as an FP&O, as a power and light worker. You know, because never in our education here in the United States, I've ever been taught about finances or, you know, how to be independent once or whatever. It was just about, like how you said, like go to school, learn, and like do your best. But it's like nobody ever taught us about the value of money. You feel me? And, I feel like us as, like you say, as African Americans, Caribbean Americans, or whatever, we're already second class citizens in this country. So it's like, it's how, your parents growing up was like, you're gonna have to work 10 times as harder to, have a certain position at your job else, And that is definitely true.
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, the system wants you to be become dependent, right? So just like if you give a man a job, right, to do, but pay him just enough, he will always come back because that's his way of making bread, right? But if you teach a man to be independent, right? He's creating his own ecosystem. He's no longer dependent on you to feed him, right? So he can go out and fend for himself. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So the general system would want you to be dependent, but you have to look in yourself and say, at what point am I going to be independent of the system? At what point I'm going to create my own ecosystem so I could actually pass it down to my kids. Yeah. And also teach my kids the value of money, the value of credit, and all these great things to create their ecosystem.
Definitely, as individuals, we should be focused on nation building as like
facts.
That you're building is at home, family.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
This is how we operating here. Like, a lot of people, like, I'll tell them this, like, you need to run your family like a business. Same way you go to work and you have your desk organized and the files organized and whatever documents that need to be updated and whatever. It's the same way you need to operate your bills, your lifestyle, your health, like, and everything. And when you start off from the house, then you can go ahead and start expanding into other things.
Facts.
Organized person, because it's like, there comes a point that we have to take responsibility to be like, hey, look, nobody ever taught me about health or about finance or about literacy. I need to take it upon myself because, I want to live a certain type of lifestyle or not have to worry about money again.
Facts. And that brings us to the point of, we who are, awakened, right? The changes start with us, right? We have the power in our hands, the power of technology, the power of information to lead the next generation in the life, right? So like, I would say, like me and my brethren would reason, my friends would reason and say, our parents didn't leave us land, right? Our parents didn't leave us a house. And it's not that they didn't want to, but at that point, at that time, they didn't have the means of achieving that. But we now have certain technology, as we were reasoning about Bitcoins. We have the stock market. You can start your own business, right? You can sell products and stuff like that. So you could leave a better. You could give your future kids, right, or your kids a better start by building a platform, right? And they will come and put up the wall structure. Next generation will come and put a roof on it. Next generation might put another house on that house that you're building, right? So that's what's up.
All right, there's a growing movement that I'm seeing within the community about uprooting and looking to buy land in Ghana. How do you feel about people really being serious and looking into buying land and considering relocating to Ghana like that?
All right. So me personally, I'm going to Africa. Most definitely. I have to have a house in Africa. So I'm all for that. If we should be honest, right? And we're looking at what is going on right now, right? I think the economical pole is shifting to Africa, to tell you the truth, right? That's the reason why China is going there and other countries are investing heavily in Africa, right? So we have to understand, the Western economy, it's strong right now, but, we also see shift that's going on. So I would say, like, if a person wants to buy land, buy land. So I'm saying because at the end of the day, land is one of the most valuable assets. It never goes down. It only goes up. So I'm saying, and you will always have need for land because people need place to live, isn't it? So it's a good, you know what I mean? It's a good.
Do you think going back to the motherland, as people say, would be good for Black love and Black relations? Because in today's era, you always hear about these issues, within the Black community, whether women aren't protected, Black men don't feel appreciated. Do you feel like a move like that could be good for us in the same way it'll be good for us economically and independently?
All right. So me personally, I think people are people, right? And whether you take a person, it's just like we would use a terminology. You can take the hog, the pig out of the mud, but you can't take the mud out of the pig, right? So if the person is generally bad, no matter where you put him, he's going to be bad, right? So you have to make the mindset, you know what I mean, of being conscious of who he is and know that, yo, I'm a king, right? And I'm going to behave accordingly, being just with people, love people, you know what I mean? Love my family, right? And just do the right thing, right? So I think it's not about you moving from where you are and going somewhere else and think that that's going to change you. It's an individual thing, you know what I mean? It's within you to be good wherever you go, is what I'm saying. So,
quick question, and I know you referenced it back to when you were talking about the COVID-19 as far as people staying inside and stuff like that. And you said basically the positives from it. But I know one thing, and like whether you believe in COVID-19 or not, I know what's real important, especially coming from like usually your reggae artists and stuff like that. They talk about the importance of Earth, period, like taking care of the planet type thing.
Yeah.
And one thing that happened from COVID, whether you believe in it or not, the Earth was actually like healing itself because people weren't outside, people weren't polluting, people weren't doing mass, the usual. We get the bare minerals, or we get the gold, or we get the diamonds. But when we do that, we kind of destroy the Earth a little bit because we don't give it enough time for it to grow. So that's something that happened. Like the Earth was healing itself. So I just just wanted you to put your interest on like how you feel about the planet and taking care of it and stuff like that, or what you're spending on it.
Yeah, what we should understand that the planet, the Earth that we're living in is a living, breathing organism just like we are, right? They said certain minerals, all the minerals that's in our body is actually, you can find it in the soil, right? And the soil actually, you know what I mean, the Earth actually breathes also, right? So if it have all the characteristics of a human being, right? It's most definitely going to heal itself because we have been scarring it for a long time. You know what I mean? By global warming, you know what I mean? Polluting, you know what I mean? Polluting the ocean, the earth around us. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, you know what I mean? I think we're in the healing phase right now. There's less pollution, and we have seen, you know what I mean, certain things actually come back where certain things never really like exist because of pollution and stuff like that. So yeah, man, most definitely, I'm a big fan. I'm all about, you know what I mean, being aware that we live on this earth and we need this earth to survive. So we should take care of it. Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. If we don't take care of this earth will get rid of us because this earth.
Yeah, facts.
Don't know that. That's our biggest problem, to be honest, is us taking care of the planet. You know, we may disagree about racism and discrimination and all that stuff. Like our biggest problem is taking care of the planet. Because like, you know, if Miami, New York is causing too much pollution, the earth is going to scratch right there, and all of a sudden, earthquake or a tsunami happen right there because the earth is just tired of all of that. Because this earth gonna be here forever, but you know, another civilization will just inherit the earth after because we ain't doing no justice. You feel me?
Yeah, man. I really think, man. We have to
take care of this problems for sure. Because I heard the dinosaurs were some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
see that
when things happen when you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the time, at the end of the day, the earth does cry out. That's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, it's just like a person. Like, you know what I mean? If you have somebody keep you know what I mean, aggravating you, at one point, you're going to lash out, right? And you're going to retaliate. So, I mean, sometimes it's just the earth retaliating. You see me? Just like anyone would. Yeah, man.
Facts. The snow's been crazy lately in New York, so she been whooping our ass up here.
Ja. Yo, I seen it on the TV, bro. You know what I mean? And yo, it's pretty crazy, bro. It's pretty crazy.
Facts.
But we're sending some sunshine up here from Florida, you see me? Oh, that's not.
But you know, like you say, shit's kind of fucked up because like you ain't heard Texas have a cold front. Like Texas had a cold front. And then years ago, nigga, a hurricane went and touched up, you know what I'm saying, New York, New Jersey, the tri-state area, a hurricane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's not normal. So I agree with you. Like, the earth will take care of your ass if you play it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I really think, man. You know what I mean? Just have to understand that we live here. You know what I mean? Take care of the earth and the earth will take care of us also. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Also, I want to break down a line where I said, in Mow Down. So I'm saying where I said, I said, Jay-Z. So let's come together and have a conversation, right? So I said, let's come together, have a conversation. So basically I'm saying that more Black people should be in Congress representing us, right? Because at the end of the day, you have a lot of people in Congress, but are they really representing us? You know what I mean? As Black people, right? How much Black congressmen do we have? You know what I mean? How much actual Black politician do we have in the House representing us, right? So I'm saying, so we need to get some people, you know what I mean, in different positions who's representing us and what we're about. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, because I'm all, people always talk about representation, and I'm all for representation, but
yeah, man.
We gotta have people, when we do get them in there, they really gotta kick ass for us. Like they really gotta be about us. Like none of the foolishness, none of the making the party happy, because we done seen a couple people, I ain't gonna say no names, but just completely fumble murder cases and not convict the officers involved. And it was a Black man.
Yeah.
So as much as it's good to see them in those positions, we got to make sure we holding their ass to the fire.
Yeah, man.
As hard as it is to get them there, they do so much damage by not doing the actual work when they're there.
Yeah, that's true. And I think it's also have to do with a collective body. Because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, you're strength in numbers, right? Yeah. So you can't expect one Black man to go and make, you know what I mean, a huge impact. When you have a team, just like Martin Luther, right? Martin Luther alone, people look at Martin Luther as a fool. But Martin Luther united with millions of Black people, right? You're seeing, yo, bro, this guy has serious power. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, you know what I mean, a Black president or a Black representative in Congress with a bunch of white representatives, right? You only can do so much because you're limited. Because at the end of the day, you're playing by their rules. If the game should change where you have half Black, half white, then that's a different game, right? So, you know what I mean? We just have to look on those things also. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, uniting's powerful.
Yeah, man.
Saying, because like one thing about it, like, you know, Malcolm was strong by himself and Martin Luther King Jr. was strong by himself, but then when Malcolm got kicked out of Islam, you know what I'm saying, he went over there and then came back and was talking about, I'm going to be open to working with other civil rights leaders. And then you see a picture of him shaking hands with Martin Luther King. That was dangerous because they knew, wait, hold on, two brothers about to work together. And soon after that handshake came back, assassinations, because now you're too strong. Like, you're annoying us already. You're fucking shit up for us already. Now y'all want to unite?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And assassinations come.
Yeah, man. Unity and strength, bro. Unity and strength, you know what I mean? And as soon as we know that, you know what I mean? As soon as we find that out, you know what I mean? And start supporting our Black businesses, you know what I mean? Supporting our own Black, you know what I mean, culture. You know what I mean? Then we are going to still fall behind. Because if we don't support, we're going to fall behind. We start supporting, we're going to see the power.
We have to teach how to support too. We have to respect the process in the game, because I hear a lot of people say support Black business, but then they go into a Black business and still they expect a discount or something, a special privilege. where they wouldn't do that if they were to go to a non-black business. Like I tell people all the time, like support is full on support. And it's up to the owner. If he wants to open the doors for you and say, you know what, since you came here, I'll do a buy one, get one 50% off or something, let that come out his mouth, but don't go there looking for the handout. And that's how we have to support the right way. You know what I'm saying? A million people coming to my store looking for a handout really don't help me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
and a million people coming to my store and conducting business as usual. That's the process. That's how you big up the next person. That's how you spend the black dollar and keep it into the black community. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it the right way.
Facts.
100%.
Black Wall Street.
Hey man, but I'm gonna tell you this. I was in a black business today. The service was terrible. I didn't make no stink about it. I didn't argue with nobody. But when I walked out of there, I was like, I don't know if I'm coming back to this place. So just because we black, it don't mean we get to treat our people bad and say, oh, but it's a black business.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you get a little more leeway, but let's make sure we still treating our people right.
No, you're 100% right. You have to. If I'm going to demand you to be like, to be there and you have to be on point, the business owner has to be on point too, because we'll give you a shot. We'll come there and be on point. But if you're not holding up your end of the bargain, then you can't get mad when these dollars leave the community or your store and go with the next man. So you're 100% right on that.
Yeah, man. And that comes to the point of this, saying that even though, a person can own a business, but not everybody is business minded, right? Because if you're business minded, you're going to hold your business up to the highest standard as possible, right? Because you want customer to come back. You don't want customer to leave, and you know what I mean? So a lot of people have business, but they're not a businessman, or they're not a businesswoman. They're not business minded, right? The beauty about that is, you know what I mean? If a person run into a situation like that, you don't have to go back there. There's millions of other black stores and, you know what I mean? Black people that you can actually support that actually are business minded, right? And the next thing, like I would tell, you know what I mean, my fellow black man to do is, you know what I mean, check out reviews. Just like when you're going to a store or whatever, you know what I mean? Check out the reviews. Because I'm pretty sure people are going to leave reviews and say, yo, bro, don't go here because this person is horrible. So I'm saying this business is horrible. You see me? So that's the next thing also. We have to vet our black businesses also. Yeah, man.
So I'm gonna give you my input real quick on black businesses. Same way, we gotta be offering the same service, quality.
Yeah.
So you continue to want to do business because like, if I go to your business, I'm not getting the same quality. It's like I'm gonna go somewhere else. Could be another black. Could be a Spanish, Chinese, whatever. You want quality because everybody works very hard for their money.
Sure.
But the reason why I like to say shop black, buy black, or whatever, not because like I'm a racist or anything like that. It's to close the wealth gap between black and white and whatever. So then we no longer have to say buy black because now that wealth gap is closed and then everything is equal. The thing is, we don't have an equal opportunity when it comes to housing and everything and politics and seeing ourselves also in certain positions and stuff like that. Like one of our guests was like, "Oh, I want to see mirrors or a reflection of myself also in certain positions and businesses and whatever, and not just windows." So that's my reason for supporting black businesses, so we can close the wealth gap. I don't want to say like, reparations, this and that and whatever. If we're able to, close the wealth gap and actually have an equal opportunity so we can raise our families, correctly. Because, when I think about my day-to-day life, like, I don't feel like I'm in the 60s, you got to sit in the back of the bus or whatever like that. But when it comes to purchasing a home or, being redlined and all this other stuff, hey, we're not treated fairly,
At all. Facts. And that's so true. That's why even in the song, Mow Down, it said, Restitution we're seeking, but we know we're not going to get it. You see what I'm saying? So we know that we're not going to get restitution. A foot through the door, an opportunity, we take it. So if we get an opportunity today or tomorrow, you know what I mean? We're going to make sure we take the chance, you know what I mean? Or take that opportunity and hold on to it and try to be as successful as possible to it. You know what I mean? And that's why I even say like black billionaire, like Jay-Z, he might rep it. So Jay-Z is repping for the future, the new black billionaires. You know what I mean? So we have to just come together and make the link strong in unity. You know what I mean? As I said, support our black business. It's not no racist thing, but at the end of the day, as you said, you know what I mean, DJ Pablo. You know what I mean? As you said that, it's just to close the wealth gap. We need to close that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we are way behind. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Chinese are way ahead of us. The Arabs are way ahead of us. You know what I mean? So everybody's way ahead of us. So we have to close that wealth gap. Isn't it?
Yeah. All right. So what's the next verse?
Yeah, man. So the next verse is where all right. So we gotta edit this out, brother. So you know what I mean. So all right. I'm gonna start back from the first verse. So in the first verse, I said the East is just the East to us, will never be your friend. They say it should be peaceful, but I hope you comprehend. They came and steal a gold, a resources, and a gem, and all we get in return for that is slavery in the end. Oh, really? So we uncivilized, and you believe it? Coming from man with machines, we're acting greedy. Colonizing our town, it with diseases. Psychological warfare, we no see it there. Like a fight against black while them a beat way. Financial independence where them not teach way. Our ancestors are ball and them a weep when them see the slave masters weep more down. Right? Where I say, coming from man with machine, we're acting greedy. Basically, they used to say that we are uncivilized. We as black people are uncivilized, right? We are less than human. You know what I mean? We're not even human beings, right? So I'm saying in the first verse, how can you say we're not human beings with all of your technological advancement that you created? You know what I mean? You created planes to fly, you created, you know what I mean? Different technological advancement. But yet still you're looking at a human being like you and saying that this person is not a human being, right? So you can trade him and buy him and sell him and put him on the fields to work, right? And then I also said psychological warfare on the seat there, because it's a psychological thing where, you know what I mean? We as black people fighting against each other and don't even see that, bro. You know what I mean? There's a bigger picture than me and you, right? There's a person behind the scene that's laughing at you, right? Fighting each other while they're beating us to say, yo, you know what I mean? We just paying you just enough to come work for us. You know what I mean? You take care of bills and take care of family and come back tomorrow morning, right? That's the issue that we need to address, right? But we're so busy fighting against each other that we don't see that bigger picture, right? So when I write that song, I was writing from that perspective. And also further on in the song, I said, our ancestors are ball and a weep. So they're crying and weeping when they see the slave masters whips, because they have been through it and left this earth already, right? And they're seeing from heaven, you know what I mean, of what we are actually going through right now. So that we are fighting against each other and another person, you know what I mean? The person is on the background laughing while we're fighting each other, you know what I mean, for scraps. You see me? So yeah, man, that's a part, you know what I mean? The first verse in the song. Yeah, so as I said, this song have a deep meaning, you see me? Like once a person sit down and analyze these words, you see what I'm saying? You're gonna get the full understanding of it. You see me?
That's a lot of balls, a lot of knowledge in this song.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so if you want, I could give you a quick freestyle of the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and hit us up with a quick freestyle, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And then let's go.
Yeah, man. This is Jah Single. You know what I mean? The mix and mingle. So this is a freestyle of my new project out right now called Mow Down from my EP called In My Element. The east, just the east, the west will never be your friend. They say you should be peaceful, but I hope you comprehend. They came and steal a gold, a resources and a gem, and all we get in return for that a slavery in the end. Oh, really? So we uncivilized and you believe it. Coming from man with machines, we're acting greedy. Colonizing our town, if it is easiest. Psychological warfare, we don't see there. Black a fight against black while them a beat way. Financial independence for them a teach way. Our ancestors are ball and them a weak when them see the slave masters with more down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use the sticks and we not fling the stone. A lyrical bombs we a drop on them clone. When you see the fire lit and it a burn more down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use the sticks and we not fling the stone. A lyrical bombs we a drop on them clone. When you see the fire lit and it a burn. Restitution we seeking, but we know we never get it. A foot through the door, a opportunity, we take it. You black billionaire, a Jay-Z, in my repeat. Let's come together, have a conversation. More billionaire for your rep, the motherland, black lawyer, judges and black politicians. Let's show Congress, we all strong. We are the to jump from Africa all land. Black queen from the left on a shape, the pom-pom. Entrepreneur, ship, the ship, you're well strong. Every ghetto you just put up on the run and sing this one real strong. Mow down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use the sticks and we not fling the sound. A lyrical bombs we a Japan them clown. When you see the fire lit and it a burn more down. Right now it's a big showdown. We not use the sticks and we not fling no. A lyrical bombs we a Japan them clown. When you see the fire lit and it a burn, yeah man. Black Wall Street is a celebration. Let's come together and make the link strong. Stop by goals and start to balance your history surrounding kings and icons. Invest in healthcare, education, black welfare tribe through generation. When time we reach the re-promised land, we are gonna make a toast to this song, Mow Down. Right now it's a big showdown. Right now this is the voice of Jah Single.
Hey, lighter. It's on there.
Oh, that's a bad lighter though, bro.
Yeah, man. See that? Yeah, man.
Oh man, thanks for Jah Single coming back. You know, dropping your update on your latest project. We appreciate you. Yo, look out for me. I got a cameo in that video, man. You feel me?
Mad. Yo. Facts. Yo, and it was a pleasure working with you, DJ Pablo Maccabee. You know what I mean? You the plug, bro. You the plug. You see me? I don't have nothing else to say, but you the plug, bro. You know what I mean? And as I said, MOWDOWN is out right now. Stream it on all platforms, right? It's on Spotify, Apple Play, you know what I mean? Google Play, all streaming platform, Audio Mac, you know what I mean? And my handler is JAHSINGLE _music. So JAHSINGLE _music. You know what I mean? Enough respect, 258 The Culture, for having me on the show. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure hanging out with 258 The Culture. You know what I mean? Representing from Kingston, Jamaica. Blessings.
Message, yo. Hey, yo, if you like this interview, don't forget to like right there, that little thumbs up button, hit that, you know what I'm saying? Also share, download, you know what I'm saying, to other people, share it out, leave a comment. We listen to y'all, we love y'all, we do it for y'all, and most likely, you know what I'm saying, most definitely, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right?
And Draper, and like my Hennessy. I'm out.